So a lot of things happened in the previous episode, and all I can see is Secelia in the thumbnail of this episode on Crunchyroll, so all I'm thinking about is Martin's story and how that's gonna go. I guess we're gonna see just one more little scene from them. Maybe we'll see more, but I assume we're gonna get at least one small little scene as we're continuing with the bigger side of the story, which is Miorine and Prospera, and I believe Guel as well, if Guel is coming, and Ariel as well, right? Ariel, they're all coming to Earth in order to try to appease this riot that is going non-violently. So we'll have to see how this goes non-violently. But if you guys enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video, and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. Ah, this is what you wanted this whole time. Yes! She'd be enjoying it more, maybe if Suletta is here. The gravity. I don't know about that guy. Sniff this out. Uh-oh. Who is that guy? He's been around, but like, I never know his name. Oh. Oh. They skipped through that part. Look like they're through. So like, guys. Oh. You gave up trying to hear her out. Oh, now here you are, fucking painting some girl's nails. You did a good job on that big nail, though. Oh? Well, we do see that she does like making fun of underdogs. And I guess since Guel is not like taking her shit anymore, right? Wow. We get to see this other side of Earth. You know, the one that's currently not in war, despite it also in war all the time. Maybe that's why Guel is like, yeah, we shouldn't have brought him. Oh, here's Ariel. We should blow one of the buildings up. If they crushed... Oh, she's just having a tea party. Your league? The High Council? Uh-oh. You have to think about yourself. So now fucking spill the truth. It was good cop, bad cop out here, dude. Monopoly on permit. You want economic fairness. None of them are armed. They're doing a peaceful protest, huh?
We'll see how peaceful that is.
Oh? Oh, it's the same... Yeah, it's the same kid. Gotta pick up his hat. I wanna go fucking talk to this kid instead. No handshake. Handshake? No handshake? No handshake. They're all so tall. You merely weren't informed. God, this fucking proxy war partitioning, I'm still over here like, I don't know what the fuck that is. We will do the same. Ho ho! Wow, what a threat. Okay. Oh? Oh! This is a thing that they, so they, of course they would assume. Damn, really fucked her up. A lot, I mean. How long have you guys been waiting here? Damn! 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 Oh, after all this time, huh? Oh, look at that. She admitted it. Well, that too. Oh, look at him holding hands. I guess she really does need that ray of hope right now. Mm-hmm. There you go. Just say, I don't fucking know what you're going through, but I want to know. I'm running for president. I now understand that it's really... Until the results. Wow! To the politicians. Of course, the medical stuff. Oh! So he's not a politician, he's a doctor. I'll leave that all to the politicians. I'm out of here. Did she even shut herself with like, oh, you're gonna have to eat at some point? God, imagine being hungry and all you have is space food. Oh, there's Choo Choo. It's a fucking kitchen gremlin out here, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, the light! Wow. Just hot milk out here? Or hot goat's milk, actually. Earth House truly is the fucking... Oh, is that Martin? Or... Martin's come back after his... Oh, he confessed? Oh, and she's telling what conspired. There you go. You know, Tail's been getting a lot of, Oh, that was supposed to be his job. He was too busy painting Cecilia's nails. It's not the best way! Oh! Oh, look at that. Suletta really came out at the best time. Wow! Wait, was this how Guel was dressed before? He dressed like a fucking gangster. The Academy. Grassley's child rearing program? Ah, so that's where Shaddiq gets his harem. A gun. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's really out here bullying a child. Well, I get everybody knows about. Oh. Oh. I was thinking, I'm like... Wow, they've got fucking information. Big news! Grill him right now. Yeah. You need evidence. You can't fucking just... In his house? Dude, he's got like fucking terrorists and shit over there, dude. Guel's going back, alright. What is she doing? Where are they? We are evacuating. I'm out of here. See you later. Bye. Dude, Miorine's just left all alone. Yeah, why Quinharbor? Uh-oh. Yeah, Prospera's had plans. Is she just fucking gearing up right now? What is she doing? She is. She's just... she just fucking turned off communication on Miorine. Sorry, I got things to do right now. There's something on Earth. Oh my god, that's so many. Oh, she found the machine, huh? Oh, yeah. She's gonna fuck up all the... Damn, she just blew up all their supplies. Well... Ah! Component... Ooh! What? Oh. It was... Damn, dude. Man gave like 3 extra shots. No! Fuck! Oh, there it is again. Another fucking war zone. Crying kids. Damn, did you hear a crack in that? She wasn't smiling. Oh. You've defied her, Miorine. We're gonna do some heinous shit. Oh, it's the thing that we didn't see, we didn't hear. Not the best way. Oh yeah, you were kept in the dark for everything. Well, in times when you're in a desperate situation, perhaps Suletta will pull you up, huh? Did I make that note before? I mean, I did make it in like the last episode where I was jokingly talking about how Earth House is the adoption house for the doggos. They took her in. I'm gonna go write my notes and we will be right back to the center. Okay, I was wondering, like, did they get a change of clothes all of the sudden for, and so, okay, I was trying to maybe reason it with, like, maybe they just took off their jacket. Maybe for Kenaji, you know, he just took off his jacket for some reason. I don't know why, I guess they just gotta blend in with the earthians, right? They're even though the earthians saw them leave, and, like, anyways, they had a change of clothes during, like, in the next scene that they come in, right? Because they're all dressed formally. And then the next thing you know, they're in, like, street clothes. What? Like, he's even got, like, pair of sunglasses and everything. Like, what? Oh, you're thinking like, were they wearing this under their formal clothes? Like, was Guel just wearing this shirt? Even though it clearly showed that he was wearing a dress shirt, like Kenaji, except, you know, this is a little bit more of a looser, like, a Hawaiian style shirt. What? They even changed pants. Like, he's gotten to, like, knee-high pants now, instead of, like, what he was wearing before, which I assume he wasn't wearing knee-high pants. What? Alright, so that was episode 19 of, Prospera's School for Gifted Kids? Wow, what the freak was that? Mobile Suit Gundam. The Witch from Mercury. There you go. So, they really keep bringing us into, like, this whole, like, sad scenario, and then the next episode, they kind of just skip over it, which I'm totally fine with, you know, like, I don't want to see just sad stuff happening. So, like, we only saw just a little bit of it with Suletta, so I was just kind of like, okay, cool. And then now she's kind of coming to an understanding of what Ariel did, and in the ways that Lilik had said, right? Even if it's not the best way, there are times when there's only one thing you can do. So Suletta begins to understand Ariel's actions because she realizes that Ariel is like Martin, where Martin knew about the truth, but he kept it a secret from everybody because that's what he felt like he should have done. And so that's what Ariel did, right? Ariel kept this whole thing under wraps, even though Ariel could talk to Suletta now, but she didn't. She decided that it was better to just push Suletta away because she and her mom are gonna do some crazy stuff, and it's better for Suletta to not be there. To which, you know, I guess on like a really, if you're really thinking long-term, you know, long-term plans, I guess that's the best for her, but also, like, you kind of fucked her up throughout this entire thing. But, you know, whatever. It's just, yeah. In the end, you know, all they really want is freedom for Suletta. But, again, in order for that to happen, she has to go through pain, and here we are, having Suletta going through that pain, and now her coming to the understanding on not why she have to go through that pain. I don't really think there should be, like, I mean, unless you're, you know, a religious person or something, and you feel like this is what God is, but, you know, we're not talking about religious stuff, but, yeah, she just kind of is able to understand why this pain was caused to her, just because it's, like, out of her understanding, and because she couldn't understand it, that's why she was hurting so much. So, yeah, we're getting that with Suletta's storylines. I'm starting to wonder, you know, since I'm already talking about Suletta, I might as well just talk about Miorine for a bit, because Miorine, here she is coming to Earth, and she is, for lack of better words, a little nervous. I mean, she's really out here fucking coming to a hostile environment, which is an understandable environment created by the Spatians. But here she is in a hostile environment, and she, even though she didn't want to come here with guns, they had to come here with guns, because, well, it's a hostile environment. You gotta fucking show your power, even if you're not attacking people. So, here she is on Earth, which is also a pretty funny spiel. I don't know why I said spiel like that. But, you know, we're here in this moment. This is the thing that Miorine wanted this whole time, which is to go back to Earth, to go back on her mother's homeland, and to, I don't know, fucking live there or something, even though it's kind of fucking shit. You know, the Spatians are really out here just sucking the fuck out of Earth. What a sentence. But despite her finally being here on Earth, it's not in the sort of ways that she wanted it, right? She's here on business. She's not really here to visit or to even have a vacation, or to, you know, to move to Earth and all that, right? And especially, she's not here with Suletta, and it's well, you know, we can see the closeness that these two have gotten, and especially before the interrogation, I believe. Or actually not before the interrogation, but after the first part of the interrogation. You know, it kind of failed a little bit, and we see Miorine watching the ad, you know, the song that goes, "Gun Arm, a Ray of Hope," and You know, perhaps she was also looking at that because it's Suletta and it's a ray of hope, and she really needs that low encouragement, that low ray of hope that is Suletta. And of course, it is also her coming into the next part of the, I was gonna say interrogation, the negotiation, which was not really doing well because what these people wanted was for the Spatians to get the fuck out of Earth. But then, if that's the case, then the Earthians have to get the fuck out of space, which, Jesus fucking Christ. So, Miorine, she's not really all about that, so she's trying to get them to look at this new product, which I do find very funny, that it's like, this is part of the negotiation. I mean, I get it, because her whole part is that, like, hey, if I become president, then I'm gonna have power over the group, and I'm gonna be able to actually keep my words with you guys, because that's the one thing that they were afraid of, which is, hey, how can we know to trust you when your words aren't even final? Understandable. Their fucking worst nightmare came true, and, like, things just started blowing up outside, and obviously, Miorine did not have a final say in that. But hey, at the very least, right now, Miorine has implemented that this whole medical thing is here. You know, one of them took interest before the whole explosion, and towards the end with Miorine, I actually did not read, since I'm over here, I might as well read this this news line. In response to In response to Benerit Group's attack, Earth Independence Movement leader declares that they will join fight for independence. Wow. With Benerit forces dispersed as explosions take place throughout the city, fierce fighting develops between the two sides. Okay, and then they just have a picture of Miorine Rembrandt. And then here's a picture of Ariel right here, dude. Some shitty quality picture, if I'd have to say, but, you know, Earthians probably don't have good equipment as the Spatians do, I would assume. So this part was with Suletta saying that she didn't understand a thing, and it's beginning to understand that the reasons why Ariel did the things that she did, right? But towards the end, we have Miorine looking out on the destruction on a roof, I suppose. Is she getting picked up? You know what? Despite this being a very haunting memory for Miorine, I do find it very funny that her that her little hair is just sticking out through the bar. Very nice. These silly Spatians and their haircuts. Hairstyles. Here's a dejected Miorine who feels like it is all her fault for the destruction of Quinharbor. Whether she has an idea of the reason why the destruction happened in the first place, I would assume not. But we also saw that Miorine tried to call Prospera, and Prospera's just like, haha, I'm not even gonna leave you on, I'm not even gonna fucking leave you on, like, the fucking ring, dude. I'm just gonna end the call right there. Get this call out of my face, Miorine. I got shit to do. I got Ox Earth mechas to blow up. Moving away from Miorine, we've got Belmeria talking with Fung and Cole, the other guy whose name I don't know. It's like the same situation as Prospera's right-hand man. Like, I don't know what his name is. Maybe she said it at some point when she was talking to him in, like, this episode, and I just completely forgot about it. But, hold on. So he says, I've sent the coordinates. I've already verified it too. So these are all like the gun bits, right? And she says, I'm grateful you have so many friends. So the Assembly League has sniffed us out. And so Prospera says, the wait is over. Please proceed with preparations. So I guess that's like Quiet Zero stuff. Okay, so she didn't even say his name there. But at least now I now know where all these fucking stuff that was just coming, right? These are all the boxes that's from him, right? Prospera's right-hand man, whose name I still don't know. We'll talk about Prospera in just a bit, but here we have Fung and Belmeria. Fung is trying to peacefully negotiate with Belmeria about what's going on with Shinsei development, because that's what she said she wanted to do. She wanted to do a little investigation into Prospera, essentially. And so she says the higher-ups are trying to suppress the group, and I've been trying to figure out this whole time who was the higher-ups. You know, I'm starting to get lost in the sauce at some point, but have had talks with the Assembly League. Perhaps it was also mentioned in like the prologue, but you know, that's like fucking months away. But here is Feng, who is saying the ones who support the once defunct Ox-Earth as a covert org are the League's High Council. And that's why the High Councils are trying to suppress the Belmeria group. Because they don't want that to be found out, because like the Belmeria group are trying to uncover like the Dawn of Fode. Is that what the High Council is working for? The Dawn of Fode? Because like the Dawn of Fode has the Ox-Earth stuff, right? The Earthians. And the High Councils are supplying them or supporting them with that. And Prospera is like, nah fam, fuck all that shit. I'm gonna destroy your Ox-Earth mecha. Anyways, here we have Belmeria once again changing her affiliation, which I do find it funny in this last part, where, you know, we get to see Feng before she just gets absolutely dunked on, right? I mean, okay, you know what? The scene is right next to here, right? With Prospera talking about, like, the heinous sinners who trampled on Gun's ideals. Why are you trying to interfere with Eri's future? It's always Eri. I like that despite Eri having free will, she's still being controlled. Well, the argument for that is Ariel knows about her mom's plan and she's willing to go with it because, you know, her love for her mom is a lot, and it kind of makes me wonder if I had a wonder for Ariel and whether she would end up picking her mom or her sister, you know, if there is a choice in Ariel, or if there was never a choice, and of course Ariel just loves her mom too much and she's willing to literally go into hell with her mom, and the same goes for Prospera as well, right? Where we're kind of seeing this whole like love for her, this love for her daughter, and how she's willing to do anything in order to secure this future for Eri. And I'm just, I don't know, an immortal future for Eri? Because, like, Eri's not human anymore. She's just particles. And if the Quiet Zero stuff gets expanded and, like, the data storms and all that, essentially, she's going to live forever. And all I'm thinking about is, like, is that what you want for your daughter? For her to live forever and then having to go through the whole, you know, agony of long life? Or are you also going to somehow put yourself in the data storm so that you can just live with your daughter forever? I don't know. I don't know. If that happens, I'd be like, well, fuck it. I guess Prospera wins in the but we'll just have to see, right? We'll just have to see. You know, speaking of the future stuff, which I kind of assume maybe we'll get to see, like, a sort of future, like, towards the end, you know, like, maybe an epilogue or something, and it kind of made me wonder, like, is Miorine and Suletta just gonna move the Earth together? You know, they're gonna become roommates? Okay, I went on a tangent about a mother's love, and with Belmeria deciding to switch side, as I mentioned before, with her talking about, like, oh, you'll find it on Plant Keta, a component of Quiet Zero, the project that is her obsession. I believe that's where we saw it last time, because they were all at Plant Keta before, were they? When Miorine and Prospera were talking? Or they were taken off to the headquarters, I think. Okay, but before that was where Prospera was talking with Delin, right? Delin's just been in the hospital for the entire core. Man's just in a coma. It's like, alright, no more lines for you, Delin. You're lucky we're keeping you alive. Anyways, Feng gets shot. She gets shot multiple times, so I assume she is dead. And then I love this guy just coming in saying, it was a cinch for them to win you over, wasn't it? And all I can think of is, why are you talking shit to Belmeria specifically? You knew that she fucking flipped like a fucking pancake. She was in Ox-Earth, and then she was in, Peil Tech, and then she went into, technically she was still in Peil Tech, but she was working a little bit on Shinsei, and now she's switched to Shinsei, and now she's heading on over to help with the fucking mediators in the Assembly League. She has so we'll just have to continue with what's happening with this big destruction. So like Alon's over here like, oh, it turned out just like I said, right? He's out here with a smirk, and then here's the lady at Peil Tech who isn't smiling, which is like, honestly, that's a better look than her smiling all the time. I was thinking about just making a joke like, oh, she's always smiling all the time. That when she's not smiling, it's kind of creepy. But you know what? When she's smiling all the time, that's creepy. So here we have, I guess these people are coming to Earth, right? She said, I called for a ship as well as Mobile Suits and Sabina's team. And then Shaddiq is over here like, oh, Prospera Mercury was onto us after all. I was like, okay, so now I'm just kind of over here like, what is this? Higher ups people? Who are they? Have we seen them? Are they just some sort of anomaly that we're just, you know, some fucking villain that we haven't seen yet? And like, is Shaddiq know about them? Or it's the whole covert op thing, not the Dawn of Fode, but for some reason the Dawn of Fode have the Ox Earth. I was gonna say Mechana. Mobile suit. Well, whatever it is, I guess I'll figure it out later on. And until then, I was supposed to go onto this scene in the beginning. I still cannot get over this. Secelia literally gave Martin a counseling session, and the only thing that he had to do in terms of payment is to do her is it manicure? No, it's pedicure, isn't it? Pedicure, because she's doing it on her feet. I don't know, maybe he painted her nails too, you know, her fingernails. Maybe he did that as well. I don't know, maybe he's just really skilled at painting nails. But I cannot believe that we have this scene. It is so funny. But it does showcase a little bit more of Secelia's character in the terms of, like, perhaps she does kind of like underdogs in a way, but, like, she also really just enjoys shitting on them, which, understandable. They're underdogs. You know, she likes that sort of, like, defiant reaction that they have. Kind of like with the way that Guel reacted to her before he grew up. But then at the same time, with the way that Martin reacts, right? He's just like, yeah, we're underdogs. What about it? You don't understand how we feel. And, like, she doesn't really... She rather reacts rather calmly. Right? Instead of, like, of disgust or anything, or like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, that whole feel, you know, a little feeling of superiority, albeit we can kind of see that she's literally making him paint her toenails. And, alright, I'm not gonna lie, I expected her to step on Martin at some point, but, you know, if she did do that, holy shit, the amount of art that was the art that's going to happen is already probably going to happen, but, like, if she did step on this man, my god, dude, I would not be on Twitter for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I do find it very funny that it's Secelia who got Martin to finally confess what he did. I mean, he technically already confessed to her, and she now knows, and then here she is just saying, like, oh, so what you did was that you gave up trying to hear her out, right? Instead of listening to the reason why she was doing it, you just called the fucking police on her, and now she's fucking gone, and it's just like, well, now you'll never know what her actual reason to do the things that she's doing is for, right? So what a scene, dude. What a fucking scene. What a great follow-up scene. We also saw a short scene of Lauda discovering the Gundam, which was also showcased last episode, and he discovered that this is a joint operation between the Jaturk and Shinsei, and you know, not Shins. Technically it was Shinsei because it was before the whole Gundam development, right? I believe so. Maybe. Anyways, but for now, they know that it's assumed it's made by Gun Arm Inc. So here's Lauda thinking like, oh, this was made by Miorine and Guel? Well, shit. What am I gonna do now? This thing's got a fucking halo on it and everything. Like, goddamn, dude. Anyways, in the next scene, we see Norea is going stir fucking crazy. Absolutely going... I find it very fun that, well, not this whole part, but I do find it very fun that she's over here tossing her notebook and everything, all pissed off, and then Alon picks it up and she gets mad at him for touching it. Hey! Don't touch the thing I just tossed to the ground, how dare you! You son of a bitch! And I just love Alon's just like, ooh, let's take a peek at what you've got here. Oh yeah, she's in the middle of a fucking freak out right now. She's, like I said, she's going stir crazy. I don't know how long they've been in here. You know, it feels like a fucking time capsule that they're just sitting in here. For how long? I don't know. But I will say, with this reaction right here, right? Other than just her drawing death and everything. See, with her just coming in and just fucking goddamn, dude, she's really using everything. And so, you know, and Alon's just over here just holding her up. I will have to say, goddamn, it's a good fucking thing that Alon came into this room as well, because, like, what the fuck would have happened if Norea loses it, and here is Nika, who's just absolutely defenseless. I mean, just from the way that Norea tosses her notebook and her pen down onto the floor, and you just see Nika just, like, flinches, right, ready to, like, block and everything. Dude, she's got... Alon coming in here is like the best thing for Nika right now, because like at least Alon can just take all of this aggression from Norea and also, you know, defend himself. Here we finally see Norea break, right? She's been holding on this strong face this entire time, even with even with like Sophie dying, right? And Norea's just like, oh, don't fucking be sad. You didn't kill her. She died before she was killed. You know, she's being putting on that tough front and everything, and she holds a very big hatred for the Spatians, but at the same time, as Alon says, you are empty, just like me, and you're trying to fill it in by putting this hatred on the Spatians, and hopefully, you know, perhaps you want to die. Also, this expression of Alon, I do like how tiny her hands are. It's very tiny compared to like this hand. I don't even want to talk about the thumb, but anyways, yeah. So she breaks. She finally have that that mini little grieving session for Sophie, right? Finally being able to cry for Sophie and just saying like, why did you leave me? Don't leave me here. I'm alone, right? I don't want to be alone. And she also finally confesses that like she's afraid to die, you know, despite her feeling sad that Sophie is gone, and perhaps one of the only way for her to see Sophie again is to die, but she's afraid to die, which is something that she's been propping up against the whole thing of, well, if you pilot a Gundam, then you will die, and you're gonna die. And then I suppose this is the first time she met someone like Alon who says, no thanks, fam. I don't want to pilot a Gundam. I don't want to die. Perhaps during this whole time, Norea feels like this is her only way, right? This is the only thing that she can do. There's no other option. So now she's meeting someone like Alon, and coming to the realization that, yeah, you know, there's probably another option, and that is not to die, and maybe not to pilot a mobile suit. And hey, if Prospera is out here destroying your mobile suit, then you probably don't have to pilot another Gundam, right? Right? You guys don't have other Gundams around here other than the one that was just showcased. The new one from Jatork and Gunarm and all that. And also the other one from Alon's, but, you know, I don't think Alon wants to pilot that one either. He doesn't want to die. So, the only thing that I've yet to mention, I believe, is the talk between Guel and Guel and Kenaji. You can see, I still can't get over their suit change for some reason. Anyways, they're just having this conversation, essentially giving us the idea of the Grassleys, right? The Grassleys got a youth programming stuff, you know, in order to get the earthian children and re-educate them. And that's where Shaddiq came and all his 5 other pilots. So, I mean, understandable. But here is Cedo talking about the prince, and this is something that the Earthians talks about. I completely forgot about that's the nickname that they have for him. But he talks about the prince, and interestingly enough, Kenaji knows that name, and he's just like, that's a name from Shaddiq, and then he was telling what Shaddiq's previous name was before, you know, he got taken in and re-educated and all that. And now they have evidence that, well, I mean, they have verbal evidence. They have suspicion that Shaddiq is in all of this whole time, this whole fight with the Dawn of Fode, the thing that plant Keta, that was all his fault, which also fuels Guel's rage a little bit more, considering that plant Keta is where his dad died, and the people who came in during the time when he was working as Bob, you know, those were the people who were Dawn of Fode. And if his dad was there at the time, you know, if Plant Keta never got attacked, his dad would never have died in the first place. And also, I mean, consider the fact that Shaddiq was being an extreme asshole and just decided to do the attack anyways instead of letting Vimja Turk leave. So it's just like, look, dude, if Guel wants to have a beatdown session with Shaddiq, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. That reminds me, we still haven't seen the president yet, wherever he is. I mean, as they said, that he's probably kept where Shaddiq feels is his safest place, which is at the school, in his house, the Grassley house. Good thing nobody searches the Grassley house, because it only is filled up with his harem. But at the same time, I mean, I assume there will probably still be people at the Grassley house, and I don't know. It seems like Shaddiq and his harem are coming down to Earth in order to try to stop them, maybe? I don't know. They're going somewhere. They're going somewhere. I don't know where they're going, but they're going. And if that's the case, then, like, would the Grassley house kind of be a little empty? Or, like, are they planning on also taking Norea as well, or not? I don't know. Well, we'll have to see whether, you know, the three misfits in that room, that time capsule room, are going to see Guel or not, you know, when he decides to break into the Grassley house. I don't know. We'll have to see. And considering Norea, well, her alignment is towards Earth, right? But if Guel manages to, I don't know, if Guel manages to talk her into it or whatever, I would assume not. I don't even know if they even fucking meet each other at this point, if they aren't going with Shaddiq. Again, they're just gonna be fucking, how long have they been in that room? Stir crazy, sitting in the same fucking room. And this is coming from someone who rarely leaves their house. Absolute stir crazy. Anyways, this was a nice episode. As I've mentioned before, I am kind of enjoying that despite this rather sad tone that they've been having throughout the core 2, it's not overwhelming, it's not overbearing. And I appreciate that, you know, they know that there are some of the sad spots, and then they just kind of give you enough, you know, to get your heart palpitating and all that. And then they have all these other fucking scenes that just utterly distracts me from all the sad scenes. Like the scenes with Secelia, like what is happening there? That is fantastic. You know, and this fucking clothes changing part with Guel and Kenaji, I still don't understand why they decided to dress like, again, I get it. They've gone out of where they should have been, you know, they gotta take off their clothes and change their clothes, so then, you know, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like some Spatians are talking to Earthian and all that, you know, gotta keep it covert ops, I guess. Cool. But yeah, it's a good episode, and if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.